So the more that I look at this card, the more that I read and think about it, I just really wish it was in the set as a fourth adult hero. I think that would have been really fun and interesting because it is such a wonderfully balanced mechanic in my honest opinion. So equipment you own get cloaked, meaning you don't get the choice. Everything has cloaked. So if you were to take stuff that doesn't have ward, for instance, to benefit off that second ability, like Crown Dominion, like I like in all combo decks, or Crown of Reflection for some shenanigans, or Crown of Providence, right? All of these start face down, and you have to pay 3 chi in order to flip them and utilize their ability, right? That is how it's balanced. Versus that of anything that has ward, where you can turn that face down equipment face up, and if it has ward, create 3 spectral shield, right? So the idea is if you have ward equipment, you can preserve it and save it for whenever you want it to be most impactful, right? And some of them have really nice effects for you to salvage. Plus, you get the benefit of 3 spectral shield tokens. Versus every other piece of equipment that if you take now has this detriment of requiring that chi cost in order to actually get any use out of it. I really like that balancing. It's a burst version of Enigma versus the one that's actually in set. So I would really love to see this as an adult hero. But anyway, you know why we're here, right? Why I do on the channel, hopefully by now. So let's find the combo for Enigma New Moon, because it is pretty disgusting. Okay, so let's check out what Enigma New Moon can do. Now this is definitely the highest of high roll E hands, right? But this is just disgusting. So we can transcend, then use Enigma's ability to flip over a ward piece of equipment, then cash it out, meaning that every time we have chi, we're getting 4 silver worth out of 1 equipment piece, and that is just insane to me. So we can homage, Rising Sun, Setting Moon, and then stir the pot. Actually, I should stir the pot before the Rising Sun, right, in case whatever we draw we wanted not on the bottom, but this round's on me, so I don't really care. Homage, we get our 3 chi, right? Now we Enigma, we then use the inner chi, we flip over one of our pieces, so Diadem, or let's see what else. It was Kimono and Wave Reality, right? So again, I'm going to cash them out anyway. So it's 9 spectral shields plus the 3 equipment pieces, right? Off of a 4-card hand. Then we cash out, and that's hitting the maximum. If you just transcend with 1 card, imagine you have something to swing or play, transcend, you get 4 silver off cash out. That is still way better than what Melody is doing, right? And that's just phenomenal. Now, interestingly, Diadem and Kimono don't trigger in the way they're worded to me, right? So I don't know how this is in paper, but they don't have, you know, if it's destroyed by ward, it's controlled with ward is destroyed. So technically, cash out should trigger their abilities, right? So with Wave Reality, if we destroy it, it's now going to create a Spectral Shield token, but Celestial Kimono is being destroyed, but we don't gain the resource, we don't get any trigger. And then same with Diadem, we don't get to get a Ponder token with, say, the resource off of Celestial Kimono, because that was the combo I was thinking between those 2 cards. But nonetheless, we can still get a ton of silver and still have 1 Spectral Shield left over. I mean, the other thing to do in Blitz, right, because we are squishy, is leave some of the Spectral Shields. We don't need them all. We do have 3 visits already, so technically it's just game over at this point, right? We can draw through 12, and that's already 36 damage, let alone if we get any of the actual extenders from the deck. So yeah, we do have to sacrifice 1 turn, which is still the same for Melody. You have to let 1 turn through. Oh, Sacred Art, that's interesting. I mean, I guess we could play that for more defense at this point. We don't have the chi. Wow, the blue card, actually, sorry. So what could we do? Nothing really. So it'd just be the 2 extra Spectral Shields. But anyway, we're going to let it through. We're just going to take the 2 damage because it's a bot, regardless. We do have Moon's Wish, which is nice as well. So what we can do is do Moon's Wish. We'll pitch the Cosmic Awakening. That is not what I want to do. Actually, I don't like the put on top, in all honesty, because it being 2 cost and floating that 1 just seems so much better in a blue heavy deck, right? We can do that, float 1 resource, and now we have 1 to play for the Aqua Lapse to actually make this have go again, which I think is just a way better combo. Now, the bots is not blocking, so we get to pick a Sunkiss. In a normal match, you wouldn't, so we'll pass. Again, it's really irrelevant with the amount of silver we can generate as New Moon. But now we have Sunkiss as basically just free draw, right, into blues. So we just start cranking the silver. We already have 1 card pitched thanks to playing New Moon. There's another Sunkiss, so draw some life gain. Battlefield Bastion, right? And the idea is just, if you draw, play it. If you draw blue, cycle it, right? Nice and simple. Now, unfortunately, we have the Tenants, but we can't play the Tenants, so that does go away. I'm going to hold on to it in case we do get, say, cash in and go back positive and then get a Transcend card. But it's looking like no is the go. But with 3 visits, we need 1 card to pitch for the swing, right? So a red or a yellow, and then 1 blue to actually put into play. So that is the hefty requirement right now, right? We're perfectly fine. We can continue trying to stack up the pitch, but we could dead draw in some situations if I get too greedy. But if you find a cash in, obviously, then you can just, there we go, right? Use 2 silver, we go back to 3, and now what we're doing is a little bit more flexible, right? Less to worry about in this scenario, right? We got lead the charge. I mean, technically I can do tenant here, pitch the inner chi and pitch the lead the charge, get 3 cards back. And that's kind of better, kind of worse because of the 2 tomes, right? And there's the preserve, but here, even though it doesn't buff the 3 visits, just a cycle, we'll get rid of the 2 tomes, right? We'll still go back to 1 card, so that's fine. We still have the blue and then 1 pitchable. So now we're fine to continue with the silver. And yeah, it's just more Melody shenanigans. Now, we have the 1 resource, so I could silver. It doesn't really do anything, because again, it's yellow, and 3 visits only counts the blue cards. But we got 1 more card out of it, so I guess that's kind of worthwhile, right? Then we just play 3 visits, we pitch the blue, put it into play, we swing with it, and of course then pitch the other card in hand. And that is a 33 in Blitz. Is that enough to KO? Debatable, right? But I would say we low rolled, more or less. Again, tome could have been more draw. We could feasibly easily draw through the entire deck, right? In all honesty. Or, you know, if I was, the tenant turn was probably the miscall. I probably just wanted to continue pitching the silver. So if we had managed to pitch away all 12 silver, that would have been 36 damage, which I think would have been sizable enough. But yeah, not too bad. Plus, we have like levels of enlightenment, right? Which we could definitely swing with and cycle. We have Cosmic Awakening as another finisher. I mean, at this point, if we ended up drawing through the deck, I could literally just go, all right, I'll take some chi. I'll take... Well, we didn't actually get any more chi, but we'll take the chi and Cosmic Awakening, right? And then everything else doesn't matter, and we just draw it back. And then we clap back after a 33 that's probably exhausted their hand with a follow of 20, right? That's fairly insane to me. And although, again, this is the high roll, your Enigma, so you're still building a very tanky board, and then, you know, you don't need to hit all 3, you don't need the 12 silver. It is still a very feasible Melody-esque combo. Well, actually, I should say Enigma-esque, and Melody's now Enigma-esque, because this is, in all honesty, way better than Final Act, right? So yeah, I do really like New Moon again. I wish there was an adult version, because I think it'd be a fun spin, right? A bursty version of what Enigma's doing, and that could be super interesting. But we'll leave it there. Okay, I had to include. So this is the max you could probably get, right? I've literally drawn through the entire deck with 3 visits in the arsenal. So we can pop the silver, we'll pitch the Art of War, right? Because we want at least 1 blue for the 3 visits. I can't remember what card's on the bottom. It's a blue Sunkiss. So I could actually play this, right? But it wouldn't draw a card, so we don't want to do that. But now we can 3 visits, we can throw out 1 blue, and then we can swing with it, pitch the other blue, and we're doing 51, right? Off of the 3 visits. But now the power comes in my ability to go Cosmic Awakening, followed by 1, 2, 3 chi, and then, of course, the rest of the cards, which we'll skip. So even if they manage to survive the 51 damage, right, I would guarantee the hand is exhausted. We did do this round on me, so they did get 2 extra cards, right? So 6-ish extra block, right, which could make the difference. But now we just follow it up with a Cosmic Awakening. Technically, I could arsenal it, wait 1 more turn, even, and then be able to do... Well, no, because this is going to be eaten by the damage anyway, which, unfortunately for us, thanks to this round's on me, the Tusk isn't enough, but usually whatever your opponent does, if it's just a weapon swing, would eat the 3 visits. But you could try and work Cosmic Awakening into a follow-up with 3 visits after pitching 3, so it'd be 20 into a 9, right, which is fairly decent. Actually, no, 20 into a 12. But yeah, so 51, 3 visits into a 20 Cosmic Awakening, because we have drawn through the entirety of the deck, right? Played half our cards, all the draw, all the tomes, all the cash-ins, a few levels of enlightenment as well, so that's some extra damage, right? And the Moon Wish, right? So we did 13, 51, and then 20. Yeah. Yeah, I think Enigma New Moon's combo potential is right up there, right? Definitely just straight up better Melody. Full stop.